Hey, welcome to the Village Return. I have beat this game from start to finish on a PC. Um, actually only beat it once, and then I'm trying to beat it again, which I have no. Now I know what to do. Um, let's turn down the music on this game because it does kind of annoy me occasionally. Um, which I have beat this game from beginning to end. Um, the game it was actually pretty good. This is why I am trying to get through this game and beat it. So, and it will take some time to finish the game because the game is pretty damn long. So here we go with the Village Tourney Part 1, or Village Tourney Part 20 of this playthrough. So we're gonna get into this, and then we're gonna go to the White March Part 2. Of this playthrough. And we're gonna do a lot of stuff in this game. And I actually experienced that I have figured out a few parts in this game. So I just want to go in here real quick to make sure I have turned in the quest.
Gods keep you.
Okay, nothing I need to know about, so I'm good. So welcome y'all to the Village Eternity. So getting where I was at, so we're going to do it right here. We're going to play as much as possible the next 2 days. So let's do it. Let's have fun. I'm going to have fun. So here we go. Let's rumble.
While we wait, the enemy grows stronger.
And you'd send more of us to die!
Well, I'm not gonna stand around. Are you?
You've done plenty, Darian!
Been a week since our people left these gates. A week since the Iron Flail took them. Yet we wait here behind our sturdy new walls, hiding in our rebuilt homes. We've done nothing.
Who are you to tell us how to defend our own? You ain't been here 2 months!
And since I got here, I've been working alongside the rest of you. Don't start with that again.
Well, it was your idea to send our people to that damn fort in the first place! If it weren't for you and the other leeches that come up with you, we wouldn't be in this mess!
Enough. Enough! You want to boot all the Outlanders from your town? Tell that to the hero of the White Forge.
Then you know about the Iron Flail. You'll stop them?
Showed up a few weeks after you opened the battery. Demanded we give him the White Forge. They're led by Adarik Sendamir. Comes from an old Rayed-Saren family. Rumor has it the man's half mad with visions. Claims one drove him here to take the White Forge.
In Zama's experience, if one is only half mad with visions, the dose was too low.
They're not the only bloodsuckers around here.
Our crew at the battery locked their doors and told the Iron Flail to go back to Rayed-Saris. Instead, they built a fort in the middle of the wood. So we sent a committee to reason with them. That was a week ago. We haven't seen our people since. That can only mean one thing.
After what they did to our neighbors?
Only thing they know how to do is start wars.
Please, everyone! Whatever our difference is, we've got to deal with the army at our gates. You've done a lot for Stalwart already. Many of us wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for you. What I mean is, if anyone could deal with an army, it's you. The Iron Flail cleared a patch of forest north of Durgan's battery, built their fort there. It'll be well guarded, so if you can get in without raising an alarm, you may have an easier time of it. The important thing is to deal with the commander. If you can get rid of him, the rest of the soldiers will scatter. What exactly did you see? Of course. We're just thankful this dream led you back. Anyway, we've got our work cut out for us here. While you're out, stop by the battery. Wangra and her team are still repairing the heavy cannons. They've made a lot of progress elsewhere. Thought you might like to see how far it's come. Haven't been here long, but I'll tell you what I can. They heard about the White Forge and came running. Just like a lot of us did. Only difference is, they brought siege weapons. As best anyone can tell, they're from the border region near Little Bend, one of the poorest parts of the country. For Rayed-Saris, that's saying something. Work. I was a cobbler in New Yarma, but the city got more crowded every year. Rural types fleeing the legacy. A couple months ago, I heard Stalwart was offering land and opportunity to new settlers, so figured I'd give it a go out here. For a while, folks seemed glad to have some new blood, but that changed as more and more of us came. Before you opened Durgan's battery, people tell me Stalwart barely had enough warm bodies to keep the town running. A bunch of us came when we heard about the White Forge, but now, I think the old-timers would just as soon send us back. We take the best jobs, we don't pay our respects to Andra, we're overcrowding the town. I get it. Stalwart's changing. Same thing happened in New Yarma when folk moved in from the countryside. But they can't keep blaming us for everything that goes wrong out here. I'm just hoping they'll calm down once the Iron Flail is gone.
I'll be back. Alright, y'all, I'm back.
So the dwarves of Durgan's battery did not destroy themselves after all. They fell to invaders. We have discovered things thought to be lost. Their influence may yet persist, but we have seen no invaders, and a battery was shut. Did they come only to destroy the dwarves, and then leave? A hopeless battle was waged in Durgan's battery. They seemed to know that their deaths had come, yet many fought on. Their bravery was not enough in the end. They might have made great Nalpazka warriors, if only they had been born to Khan. What do you need of Zawa? The ways of the Nalpazka can make little sense to an outsider. We are the warriors of the Takan. Nobles, peasants, it does not matter. We are souls caged in flesh, nothing more. But it is one thing to say it, another to know it. So we train until we know it. I give this answer because it is what you wanted. But the Nalpazga would say different. They would say that we are nothing at all. Perfection. Look around you. The world is perfect. Every being, every moment, every death. Rarely do we see this. We stumble through life, lost in distractions. Every practice of the Nalpazga is a reminder to stop stumbling, to know the perfection. Our practices are suited to our enemies, the things we hold to in fear of their opposites. Things like pleasure and vanity, even our own lives. We embrace discomfort. I knew a Nalpazga, Tameen, who slept on sharp boulders and kept his arm raised above his head for 2 years. The arm withered. One day it fell limp and became useless. But always it reminded him that pleasure and pain did not hold sway over his soul, and he became strong. Vanity is my favorite. You have seen some of it. You must become loathsome, disgusting. The Takan are used to our shit, but Deerwood has been far more enjoyable. A traveling noble offered his friendship to me as we crossed paths on the road. I blew my nose into his silken shirt sleeves, apologized,
Ew.
then vomited on his wife's gown when she expressed forgiveness.
Oh my,
I was
ew.
even beaten for it without having to ask. Work well done is truly its own reward. Fear of death is our enemy, so we bury ourselves with our dead. We live on the carrion and meditate for days, even as the worms burrow into our flesh. When I completed my trial, my master had me placed at the bottom of a mass grave to make sure his point was clear. In time, you come to know death. You accept its beauty and its purpose. So it is with all our enemies. Vanity is a snare that roots us to the ground. The way we see ourselves, the way others see us. These things are not real. They cannot be touched. The Nalpazga teachings reveal many such snares. Fear, pleasure, doubt, hatred. They hold us back if we let ourselves be caught. Then you see only what is truly there, and you suffer no longer. You become as a god, seeing things as they do. If you can loose yourself from the snares, then you are free. I meet people on the road, and they pity me. I have come to find it endearing. They see so many scars, and they wonder, how can the man beneath not be broken? A scar is a wound that heals, a living reminder of our power over suffering. They cause no pain, only the echo of pain, which cannot hurt me. Show me a scarred man, and I will show you a man who can overcome. The Malkachoa? At any time, it is rare that I have not eaten some. When you first try it, it seems a beautiful fantasy. You see colors you have never seen, meet creatures that are not there. With practice, you see that all it does is show you reality. I have watched trees grow and wilt before me. I have tasted meat and known the animal's life as if it were mine. But the Malkachoa often causes the stomach to empty with great violence. so it is not for everyone. You would ask much of one who knows little. Most Takan have two choices. They can grow crops, or they can become Nalpazka warriors. I was the youngest of 5, a dreamer. The Nalpazka were always in my thoughts. They did not feel the same about me. 3 times I tried to join their ranks. 3 times I was refused. All that time spent dreaming, and I had not thought to prepare. I was lazy, uncoordinated, overweight. If they had not refused me, what shame I might have brought to them. They had no choice. Our High Priestess had a vision. Malkachoa, plus some other shit, knowing her. No one put on a better ceremony than she did. She saw me as chieftain, leading a host of Nalpazka warriors to victory over our enemies, Kechmatl. Our last chieftain had died over the winter. A new one had not yet arisen from the Nalpazka. So the timing was right. The next day they brought me before Ishipilo, the great master of the Nalpazka, and I became his pupil. I still trained with the other instructors, sparred and meditated with my Nalpazka brothers and sisters. I learned from all of them. But learning from Ishipilo was a chieftain's privilege. He knew the secrets that could grant mastery over reality, invincibility in combat. When a Nalpazka was deemed a worthy successor to a chieftain, greater than all his peers, Ishipilo would take him in, prepare him for the future. I would not be as I am now without his lessons. Not all of them. When I was brought to him, I knew how unworthy I was. But if he disapproved, he never showed it. In my shame, I gave him everything I had. He tutored me for 7 years, and in that time, I became greater than the rest. Then the day came when he was to teach me the final secret of the Anitle. This is the unbeatable warrior all Takan chieftains must become to protect our people. Ishipilo never showed. I found him in his study, meditating, or perhaps staring off. I couldn't say. Master, I said, is it time for me to learn to be the Anitle? Not yet, he said. And that he never gave me another lesson. A year later, he was dead of old age. They named me chieftain anyway. Have I? At any time, two people know the secret of becoming the Anitle, the chieftain and the master of the Nalpazka. When Ishipilo died, the knowledge was lost to us forever. I thought so as well. I tried everything. Patience, rage, cleverness, acceptance. Not yet, he would say. Not yet. Word of Ishipilo's death spread. Our enemies saw the opportunity. The Quechmatl chieftain came with gifts to honor my rule. But his real purpose was to look me in the eye, to know if Zawa might be beaten. I looked at him, and I imagined that I was the Anitle, free of all the worldly snares, that my master had taught me everything. When he turned to leave, I saw he wore a secret smile, and I knew I had failed. They were many times greater than our numbers. They had been trying to conquer us for generations, and the Takan chieftain had always sent them running. The power of the Anitle. In my heart, I knew we would lose, and it would be because I was not the Anitle. What we had always done. I gathered my Nalpazka warriors and led a charge into the belly of their army. The Nalpazka believed Zawa was the Anitle, and it gave them strength. For their sakes, for Takan, I believed it too. My mind found a place it had never reached before. I could see my enemies' moves before they made them. I could see my own actions in front of me, the path to victory. I did as I saw, and the Quechmatl fell in heaps. And then the Quechmatl chieftain came to face me, and he knew Zawa was not the Anitle. When I saw him, I knew it too. I hesitated. My enemies fell upon me. One by one, the Nalpazka were defeated, and Takan was conquered. Of the men, they made slaves. Of the women, they made wives. Their way is to absorb the conquered, make them forget themselves. They take you alive if you are a chieftain. They break your body and your spirit. Then they show you to their people, and to yours, broken. After that, they cut off your head so that they may drink your soul from it. Oh no, they did all of those things to me. They flayed me until my screams became whispers, until I no longer knew who I was, and my only hope was to die soon. But they didn't stop, and that was their mistake. In my lowest moment, I released my grip on many worldly things I had come to embrace since my master's death. The pain made the world clear again. They brought me out to be executed, not knowing any better. They swung the machete down upon my neck, but it would not cleave. Each hack of the knife brought great pain, and the pain showed me glimpses of pure truth. For a moment at a time, I was the Anitle. I broke my bonds by seeing beyond them. I slew my executioner by knowing I would slay him. No. When the pain faded, so did my enlightenment. But it was enough to make my escape. I swore to return when my soul was ready to defeat the Quechmatl. When I had rediscovered my master's lost secrets. No. I searched my empty homeland for any trace of Ishipilo's knowledge, but I knew he had left none. It would have been too dangerous. When that failed, I began searching the land to see if knowledge of the Anitle had come from abroad. I visited temples and monasteries. All the while, Zawa was trying to find the answer within himself as well. Meditation, Malkachoa, 1,000 practices he had learned as Nalpazga, or dreamed on his own. He becomes nearer to the Anitle every day, but his soul is not free. He is not the Anitle. Then the Tekkan will be no worse off than they are now. But they do deserve better. The final step is the difference between invincibility and certain failure. Quechmatl has only grown over time, swallowed all its rivals. It would take no less than the Anitle to free and protect the Tekkan now. Ishimitl is vast. Outsiders think of it as one land and its people as one people. But if you walk across it, you see that there are many Ishimitls. The Ishimitl that the Tekkan know is rich in soil and water. The crops seem to grow in front of you. We build our homes along the Aki River, and it is good to us. Though every so often it floods, so the Tekkan do not forget their suffering. It would not be the rainy season without my neighbor Esley swimming after his escaped goats and nearly drowning. But home is an idea, no more real than justice or honor. My home is here now, wherever I stand. I hope to share knowledge with the monks of the Thousand Dreams. Their monastery lies east of here. They are said to be seekers of greater truth, like the Nalpazga. But if they still exist, I did not find them there. Words are nothing but sounds. They can be weapons against us if we forget that. Using curse words often takes away their power over us. They're also a lot of fun to say.
Father wants me to stay inside for a time.
You really did it! I mean, people have always come through here, talking about opening the battery, claiming the White Forge, all that. But I didn't think anyone would ever really manage it. I told Ten I'd be willing to help out with digging out the mines again. You know, do my part. Figure we can turn this place around, now that you've laid the foundation.
Please, someone has to do something. Piss off, Kern. I got enough problems.
I'll be right back, y'all. Okay, I'm back. Let's get to it.
Back to warm your hands, eh? What can a top quality...
You howl in the night, Watcher, like a beaten dog with its tail tucked. If it is sympathy you call for, you do yourself no favors in the eyes of the gods. You shook. You spoke words of dead languages. You yowled in fear. It has become your routine of late. I'd have stepped in sooner, but for all your writhing, I thought I might be interrupting the wrong kind of dream. Hide it all you want, Watcher. But it's all too clear you are suffering for playing with the God's fire, as all Watchers deserve. But you have not been broken yet, Watcher. Do not give your enemies the satisfaction before it is due.
Haven't felt this fresh in days.
Blazes. What am I to do with all of these?
I interest you in a new blade?
Crap, I gotta get all this. Damn it.
Oh, I knew that Malkachoa was bad.
Mila, where have you got to this time? Oh, come on! Stupid sword!
I'll see it done. They won't see me coming. A blade in the dark.
I'll probably come back to this tomorrow. Because of the weather that's supposed to come in later. I'm gonna call it quits for right now, and then probably return to this tomorrow for more of this Village Tourney Village Tourney 1. I'll probably come back to this tomorrow. I will see y'all soon. Toodaloo for now. Bye, see ya, and ta-ta.